Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to South Football. If you're new here, you know what to do, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Today we're talking about Ghana football as usual. Welcome to a new week. I hope you enjoyed last week despite the frequent light off. I'm not sure if you also have light off in your area because the lights were out for 5 consecutive days where I live. Every afternoon the lights went out. If you survive that, I'm sure you'll be able to survive whatever this week brings to you. So let's talk about today's agenda. Talk about Ghana football. I'll be giving you performance of Ghanaian players abroad. Then we'll talk about John Paintsil when he talked about the Ghana Black Stars. He said that Ghana Black Stars were unlucky in the Africa Cup of Nations. That is why they didn't perform well. He said the lack of unity is the reason they didn't win or they didn't perform well at the recent African Cup of Nations. So we'll talk about those two things today. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All right, we jump right into it. We start from the English Premier League. Antoine Semenyo was on target for Bournemouth in their 2-2 draw against Newcastle. The player scored his third goal of the season by putting Bournemouth 2-1 up against Newcastle. The game unfortunately ended in a draw as Newcastle grabbed a late equalizer to get a point from that game. Then move over to West Ham, where Mohamed Kudus played full 90 minutes as West Ham lost 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. David Moyes' poor form with his boys continues in the Premier League. Then over at Brighton, Lamptey was involved as Brighton beat Sheffield United 5-0 in that trailing encounter. Sheffield United had an early red card and that enabled Brighton to beat Sheffield United 5-0 in that game. Then we go over to the Championship where Abdul Fattah Issahaku played 57 minutes as Leicester City lost 2-1 to Middlesbrough. That game was a shocking result. No one expected Leicester City to lose at home to Middlesbrough in the Championship. Then at Southampton, Kamaldeen, who is still being eased in after his injury, saw just 9 minutes of action for Southampton in their 2-0 win against West Brom. Wow, he's been eased in slowly because of, he had a very, very serious injury. He's just coming back and the coach is easing him slowly until he gets to 100% fitness before he can start game and getting more minutes on the pitch. Then move on to Spain. Baba Idris, who played 83 minutes for Almeria in the 1-1 draw against Granada. Then move over to France. Andre Ayew, Ghana Black Stars captain, played 68 minutes for Le Havre in their 3-0 defeat to Lille. Then at Monaco, Mohamed Salisu played the full 90 minutes for Monaco in their 2-1 defeat to Toulouse. Aliou Seydou faced his former club, Clermont Foot, for the first time since his transfer to Rennes. Seydou played 81 minutes for Rennes as they defeated Clermont Foot 3-1 in that particular game. Abdou Salis played in Lens 1-1 draw against Reims. Noama registered an assist for Lyon against Nice. That game ended in 1-0 as Noama assisted the only goal in that particular game. Then in League 2, Gideon Mensah played 90 minutes for Auxerre in their 2-0 win against Annecy. Yes, Gideon Mensah was involved in that game as Auxerre registered a 2-0 win against Annecy and he played the entire duration of the game. Then Baba Rahman played full 90 minutes for PAOK in their 4-1 defeat to Olympiacos. Yes, he played the full duration of that game in their defeat. Osman Bukari also helped Prestal Belgrade to beat Rovi Pazar 3-0 in the Superliga in Serbia. Then lastly, we have Alexander Ciku, who was involved in Fenerbahce's 3-1 win over Rizespor in the Turkish league. So that's what we have for Ghanaian players abroad. So that Semenyo has scored his first goal since he returned from the African Cup of Nations. Mohamed Kudus is still struggling with West Ham, while Lamptey impressive form continues with Brighton. And then move over to our next topic here, because John Paintsil has been receiving a lot of backlash because people are saying that he's protecting the GFA by saying that the GFA is not at fault. The Black Stars problem is actually in the team, not from the leadership. He was focusing on the team, saying that there was no unity, that the Black Stars players were unlucky. That is why they didn't perform well in the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Former Black Stars defender John Paintsil has blamed Ghana's poor Africa Cup of Nations performance to a lack of unity in the national team. The Black Stars failed to win a game in the Ivory Coast exciting tournament as they exit the group stages for the second successive time. Paintsil, who was speaking to UTV's United Showbiz, believes the players were unlucky while blaming the entire team for also lacking leadership qualities. The players were unlucky, he said. We also lacked leadership qualities. This is from the top, from the technical team. And when you are working with such players, you have to stand up to your game. Yeah, in this particular place, he also blamed the coaches for the poor performance Ghana put out in the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. He also stated that the boys were not united. When I say they were unlucky, there are a lot of things they were lacking. There was so much individual brilliance and they did not play as a team. Paintsil revealed what made Black Stars strong during his time, claiming the team was built on a strong bond. During our time, we could predict the scoreline before the game. There was respect and unity in our team, he continued. The players will have to take responsibility. That is what John Paintsil said. He said the players will have to take responsibility because during his time, when the Ghana Black Stars were playing, people expect more of them and you can predict the scoreline of the game. First, in a game like, let's say, Ghana-Madagascar, again, you expect Ghana to win. You predict that Ghana was going to win and it's going to happen because of the bond and the leadership they had back then in the Ghana Black Stars team. He said that right now, that is what the Ghana Black Stars are lacking. He did not attribute Ghana's poor performance to the leadership, to the GFA. He singled out the team and the technical team. That is why everyone on social media was dragging John Paintsil, saying that he is not attacking the issue from its roots. And the people are saying the root of Ghana's problem is from the GFA. And John Paintsil is not including that part, that important part of information, that John Paintsil is singling out only the players and the technical staff instead of also attacking where the root of the problem, that is the Ghana Football Association. I'd like to know your thoughts on this as well, because a lot of people have been saying several things about Ghana's poor form at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. We saw the Save Ghana Football who came out to say that those at the GFA are not helping build Ghana football, that there are a lot of things Ghana are lacking, starting from grassroots football, going to the Ghana Premier League, and the way funds are being spent at the GFA. And John Paintsil didn't mention any of those when talking about Ghana's performance at the Africa Cup of Nations. What do you think? I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. I think that's all we have for today. Subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. My name is Clint Little. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.